Hey, it's us, the TNF team. Welcome back to another video. So we're gonna get started, but a couple of things I'd like to say before we do. 1, like, subscribe, please. Thank you very much. 2, few disclaimers. Number 1, I am not a nutritionist, nor am I a scientist, okay? I'm not a professional. If you need any help, if you want further advice, please contact the professional, okay? I'm just here for basic information's sake and entertainment. Second disclaimer is my microphone, I don't know if you can see it, it's on a bracket, and each time I accidentally move the table, it moves with it, and it's just not the best sound. Okay. And number 3, if I look down, it's because I have all my notes here. There is a lot to remember, and I'll try make this not boring, okay? I probably can be a bit boring at times, but I'll try and make it not boring for you guys and as informative as possible. So let's get into it. Number 1, first thing you need to know, what you eat in the day or before, after, whatever, the pre and the post workout training snack is important upon the level of your performance, and it has the biggest impact on your recovery and things like that, okay? Now recovery is also a very important thing because it helps reduce your fatigue, your tiredness, and it also helps reduce the risk of injury and things like that, which we don't want. And obviously eating whatever's classed as bad pre-workout, it'll have a negative impact on your performance, which is obviously not what we want, okay? So let's start with a couple of facts. So carbs. Now everyone seems to hate carbs and everyone's like, I'm on a carb-free diet, but personally I do not like the idea, don't like the idea of diets. I don't think they really do a lot. Personally, that's my opinion, that's my experience. Each to their own opinion, okay? Carbs are the main source of your energy. So you have 3 main sources of energy. You've got carbs, which is number 1, your priority 1. Then 2 is your fats, and 3 is your proteins. For fat loss, or as people say, weight loss, it is proven scientifically that working out straight away in the morning before you eat anything is supposed to help with fat loss and weight loss, but you must keep hydrated. Now this is what professionals are saying, but again, it's very a split-sided conversation because a lot of people think that it doesn't work. Now personally, I have tried this. I have been doing this for I don't know how long. I work out nearly every morning. Today was the only exception. But I like to work out in the morning before I eat and make sure to stay hydrated. Personally, it doesn't really affect my weight loss. Again, I'm not sure about my fat loss. Now fat is very important. Please remember this. It helps insulate you. It helps you, keeps you buoyant. Yeah, it's a very good insulator, and it is there to protect your organs, okay? So don't think fat is a bad thing, because it's not, and not all fats that you eat are bad either. So again, bear that in mind. Basically, the science behind it is because you haven't eaten anything and you've not got any carbs or fats or proteins that you've just digested, it reaches into your already fat stores and takes the energy from there, meaning you'll lose your fat or lose weight. Again, I don't know how true the weight loss side of it is. Personally, I've not seen any weight loss, but again, it might be different from some people. Remember, what works for me might not work for you, and vice versa, so please bear that in mind. Now, you must remember that working out in the morning before eating anything is not for muscle gain, so this is not to get stronger. As I said, it's for fat loss only, and the only way you can do this is if you stay hydrated. However, during this time, your energy levels may be very low and you feel like your performance isn't as great as it should be. So there's that to bear in mind. Yes, you're losing your fat or weight, as they say, but you might not perform to the best of your ability because you haven't got that energy, that new energy in. Right, let's get into the actual information. So that was a bit of background information that you sort of needed to know. So pre-workout, before your workout, training session, whatever it is, limit the amount of fibers. So these things like grains, nuts, because this can cause bloating, which isn't the best thing before you're about to do a huge workout, a huge training session, a 4-hour training session, I don't know. Having protein before won't do a lot to your body, and to be honest, neither will fats. So if your training session, your workout lasts under an hour, the best thing to eat is like things like rice, potatoes, bananas. These are called high glycemic carbs. Now I don't know if I said that right. Glycemic, I don't know. So if you just search, if you want, obviously you don't want to be eating rice in the morning and you don't like bananas, have a look at different type of high glycemic carbs. Now if your workout, you know, will last, or training session will last over an hour, the best things to eat are low glycemic carbs. So these are things like beans, pastas and fruits. Now because they're low glycemic, because what happens is they break down slower, meaning it's not just a rush of energy and then you're just going to die down, plateau after your training session. It's gonna slowly start to break down, where you can slowly take the energy so you perform into the best of your ability throughout the whole training session. Now post-workout, post-training, after your workout or your training session, protein. Now you might hear a lot of bodybuilders say this, protein, protein, protein. A lot of people eat protein shakes, drink protein shakes. Now this is an option, but it's not for everyone. It's gross. So they say you need to eat 20 to 40 grams of protein after, up to a few hours after you've trained. Now I know this is very hard to measure, but they say 20 to 40 grams, or you can lose muscle tissue, which in the long run is very bad. Protein, if you're not sure any examples, is stuff like chicken, eggs, fish. As I said, protein shakes, a lot of people drink this. Protein bars, I personally prefer protein bars, are much better. Okay, now this is for if your workout lasted under an hour or over an hour. Protein is very important as it helps repair the muscle tissues and fibers, helping you with muscle gain, making them bigger and stronger, which is something called hypertrophy. So, things not to eat. Okay, there's a lot of things to avoid with this one. So, sugary drinks, things like energy drinks and sports drinks. So, Lucozades are packed full of sugar. This is probably not the best thing to drink after you've done the workout. Personally, I don't feel like energy drinks. I don't like energy drinks. The only one I'll really drink is Lucozade. But is that classed as an energy drink? I don't know. Please let me know. But personally, I don't think they do lots. So bear that in mind. Fried and salty foods are a bad thing to eat because it can cause dehydration, which you do not want after you've done, let's say, a 3-hour training session. You do not want to be dehydrated after you know, not a good thing. And you'll also fatigue quicker, and fatiguing is just not what you want, especially, as we said, recovery helps reduce that fatigue. We do not want to be tired quicker. Not eating anything. That is really, really bad. I just knocked the desk and that was horrible. Don't not eat anything, because otherwise, what was the point in the workout, let's say? What was the point in that workout? You're doing it either to gain muscle, but if you're not eating anything to help replenish, like if you're not eating anything, there's nothing to help replenish the muscles to build them back up. Does that make sense? Repair them muscle tissues, fibers. So if you don't eat anything, that's probably single-handedly the worst thing to do. You must eat something, okay? Another bad thing to have, not to drink, not to eat after you've finished a training session is caffeine. So just wanted to wrap up and say thank you for watching. Please make sure to like, subscribe, check out our latest videos. yeah, do that. And we'll see you next time, guys. Bye! Why is this so like, ooh? Ready? I'm hungry. Does that make sense? It makes sense in my head, but saying it probably doesn't. It probably doesn't. They do it. No, don't do it. Ignore me. So, just wanted,